Now, Starfield launched in an abysmal state on PC, to put it kindly, prompting the main question that people wanted answered during an interview with Todd Howard to be this.
I asked our audience, what would you ask Todd? Big question from many. Why did you not optimize this game for PC?
We did. It's running great. It is a next-gen PC game. We really do push the technology, so you may need to upgrade your PC for this game, but it's got a lot of great stuff going on in it, and the fans are responding awesome.
Now, I'm going to try to put this in the nicest way possible and make it very simple and easy to understand, even if you don't know anything about PCs. For my really techie crowd, just bear with me for a second. When you're spending $1,600 on a product to increase your gaming performance on PC versus when you're spending $1,000 on a product to increase your gaming performance on PC, that product, this case being a graphics card, would you expect to have the same experience as the person that spent $1,600 versus the person that spent $1,000? No. No, you wouldn't expect that. You'd hope that, you'd have a slightly better experience for spending $600 more. Especially when that $1,600 graphics card in raw power is 46% more powerful than the one that costs $1,000. Where am I getting that metric from? You know when people say the Xbox Series X is the world's most powerful console ever made, and it's more powerful than the PlayStation 5. They're talking about the teraflops. And if we go off teraflops alone and adapting that to graphics cards, there's a 46% increase in power in teraflops. So you think Starfield should perform 46% better on the one that costs $1,600 if it has 46% more power, right? Problem is at launch for Starfield, they performed nearly identically. Today, I'm going to see if they've made any improvement since launch 3 months later, which is today. And for testing to make it as accurate as possible, to remove as many independent variables, I'm maintaining a room ambient temperature of 70 degrees Fahrenheit, extracting the heat from the room using a duct fan, and I'm using a manual fan and pump controller on my test bench. All drivers were updated to the latest version for testing. I started the benchmark from the same manual save point in New Atlantis City in the residential area using a fixed walking path and making multiple benchmark passes, then taking the average of those passes. All benchmarks today were done at native resolution, so no FSR, no dynamic resolution scaling, no variable rate shading. This was all disabled to provide the most apples to apples comparison. At 4K in the high graphics quality preset, at launch, there was a 1 FPS performance difference between the RTX 4090 and the RX 7900 XTX. And 3 months later, which is today, there was a 12 FPS performance difference. Keep in mind, this is for a $600 increase in cost. And when switching to 1440p at launch, there was a 2 FPS performance difference. And today, there was an 8 FPS performance difference between the RTX 4090 and the RX 7900 XTX. And when switching to 1080p at launch, there was a 0 FPS performance difference between the RTX 4090 and the RX 7900 XTX. And today, there is a 3 FPS performance difference between the RTX 4090 and the RX 7900 XTX. I hope this clearly illustrated Starfield's performance issues on PC, as in we have 46% more raw power, and the highest difference in performance between these two GPUs for that extra 46% was a 14.5% performance increase. I hope this clearly outlined Starfield's performance issues now. At the end of the day, given the RTX 4090 is significantly more powerful than the RX 7900 XTX, and we're getting similar performance, is extremely disappointing and almost insulting to the owners that spent that extra $600 to receive the same experience as someone spending $1,000. What did you think of Starfield besides the performance issues on PC? Let me know in the comment section below. I personally still enjoyed the game, bugs and all. Thanks for watching, and hopefully they can fix this in the future.